Today we are going to answer the question that's been burning everybody's mind over the past week since they moved the MV Dali ship back over to the terminal in Baltimore, and that is, how are they going to remove that bridge, roadway, and all of those crushed containers off the bow of the Dali? But first I want to show you some video that was released this morning. So this video was released earlier today by the Maryland State Police Aviation Command, and they took a little close-up flyover. And you can see it's almost like the whole channel is almost business as usual again. So there's our 400-foot wide channel. You can see one cargo ship is already on its way in, being towed by tugs. That is the new rule now. And you can see it looks like that's probably a pleasure boat on its way out. And then right there in the center of the screen, that's the bottom of the bridge pier where Dali had been resting, between that and the concrete dolphin there. So they gave us a pretty good clear flyover, and you can see all of the vehicles are now removed off of the top of that little bridge section. You remember they had that black truck with all of the communications equipment, and there was a couple of other vans parked next to it. Those are all gone now. No need to have them there anymore. I'll speed it up here for you a little bit and come back around. And so here they're doing a nice close-up circle around here. This is great to get a bird's eye view here of that bridge pier right there in the center of your screen, where the Dali was parked just a week ago. In fact, here's where Dali was sitting, just like that. You remember? A week ago, it seemed like, hey, it might not get moved today, when we were all wondering if they were ever going to be able to drag it off of that sandbar. And they were able to do it, and it had been there for a couple of months, and we couldn't envision. And now with the Dali gone, it's like you have to almost catch your bearings now, because that ship used to tell you exactly where everything was when it was parked there up against the pier. Now here you can see the bridge truss sections there still poking up out of the north section. So those will still need to be pulled out of the water with the claw. Here's a great section from the north side, and you can see they actually laid down a part of the bridge truss on the grass there. A lot of people had asked how much of the bridge actually survived, and you can see right up to that point there. And there's all of your other pillars sticking up out of the water there. And you'll get another great bird's eye view right there of the remaining bridge truss section that's still underwater beneath that existing pier. There's a couple of ships traveling in right there through that 400-foot wide channel. And again, another overhead shot of the completely sheared off bridge pier section in the middle of the screen. It's amazing here when you look and see how beautiful this looks in this picture that they supplied us today with also. And just take a look here. I'll do my famous move here where I bring in the model of the Dali ship, and you can just see that this is where it was at one time. Now, ever since they moved the Dali from the site of the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse back over to the Seagirt Terminal last week, the number one comment and question I've been getting from everybody is, how in the world are they going to get that roadway off of the bow of the Dali and then all of the other crushed containers? Back over at the Minorcan Mullet channel, Captain Andy had gotten himself a new 4K drone and was beginning to show us some of the footage from around there. And he was going to show us how they were going to remove the bridge pieces off of the Dali, when all of a sudden he was zooming into the Minorcan Mullet per request on the live stream, and the drone dunked.
You guys wanted to see it. There she is. Now the Bimini is folded ahead. Drone just went down in the water. Guys, the drone just went swimming. Welcome to Baltimore.
When he stopped for a second to kind of zoom in on himself, a lot of people on the live stream were asking, hey, show us the Minorcan Mullet. And while he was doing that, guess what? The drone just dropped into the water. So now here is on Saturday when Andy finally got his new replacement drone in, and he didn't realize that he had captured already one of the pieces of the roadway was laid on the barge, probably before he got his new drone up and running. So unfortunately, he missed it, but you can see that this is the section right here where they cut it off to the right here behind the workers up there. So they've already gotten one major section there on Saturday, and they're continuing on. And then Mark over at Dead Rise Marine Photography captured some incredible photos of them actually removing the roadway off the Dali that everybody else missed because Captain Andy's drone dropped into the water, and so nobody else really captured it happening live. I will put a link in the description below for you to go to Dead Rise Marine's Facebook page, and you'll see galleries of gorgeous photos that he has shot during the past few weeks here. And this incredible photograph here from Mark over at Dead Rise Marine Photography shows everything you need to see right there. It shows the roadway section there, hung from the crane, with all the workers up on the dolly in the background. And there's the full vertical shot of the entire scene right there. So the way they accomplish this is they start by stretching that big green tarp that's going across from the dolly to whatever barge pulls up beside of it. That will capture any loose debris. And then the guys all line up and they just start slicing all the way across a section. So here's all the salvors standing on top of the roadway trying to figure out what they're going to do. Right now they're all probably thinking, I should be at the beach right now. But let me draw your attention to two of the guys on here. So this guy's carrying what looks like, I don't know if that's a sawzall or if it's just a little portable jackhammer. It's kind of hard to tell. It's somewhat blurry. That almost looks like a sawzall blade, but I'm not sure. I've used jackhammer bits before on my sawzall, so it could go either way. But this guy over here on the left, he is using a Mac Daddy jackhammer. Now this appears to be right where there's a crease in the roadway where it's bent. So they're probably just trying to chisel their way all the way across, making sure everything's cut through. And they're going to be removing these small sections at a time. Now these are probably 8 inches thick max. So once you hook around it with the crane, like you could see they've already done right here on this section, see the chains here are already attached to it. It should be a matter of just lifting it up and out of the way once you've chiseled all the way across here. But you know what, looking closer again here at these guys with the sawzalls, I believe these probably are sawzalls equipped with metal cutting blades. So these will slice through the rebar rods that they need to cut through. And then here you can see Mark captured it perfectly with these photos. Look at that giant square spreader bar. It just does a textbook job of being able to carry a large square-shaped section of roadway like this right off of the bow of the dolly, and just lifts it up and over, and they're going to set it down onto the barge right next to it. Now, you know, here on this channel, we do more than just engineering disasters. We do the Home Depot and Costco and Lowe's walkthroughs, and we also do the big DIY projects for your house. And after this video, make sure you check out this one over here of the double-decker cabinets that I did up in that kitchen. That's an incredible engineering project with a refrigerator, a large refrigerator at a 45-degree angle in the corner. Very difficult project. Check that one out. And then when you're done with that one, make sure you check out this video here, which shows you everything you need to know on how to install laminate flooring in your house. Well, thanks so much for joining us tonight, and we'll see you on the next one.